Hi, I'm Jeff Decker. It has been a while. Yes, the in town combination now airs it out because we're going to do the podcast thing with some video so you can look at every pimple that's ever been in. I know the hairline's working its way backwards. That's not a good thing. But I wanted to get out to more and more individuals, be able to talk to you and be more informative because I think a lot of in town was a calendar of what's going on. I want these to be basically timeless. They're informative. Hopefully, you can get something out of them and be able to understand where I'm at with it, helps you out. And I wanted to touch on something that it just kind of came about because of a repair issue at my own home. Now, my mom had been buying the Sears home warranty program for years and years. I didn't know. But when I moved back in to take care of mom, I was finding out that she was spending what ended up being the equivalency of about $3,000 each year for these warranty programs. Now they start off, it's $100, it's $60 a month, it's blah blah blah, but they forget to tell you there's an initiation fee, and that comes up like every 2 or 3 years at best. And with that, what do you actually get? So many of them say, if we can't repair it, we will give you replacement. What's replacement actually mean? Okay. So there were some issues at the house, and I knew she had these warranty programs. So I came in and I said, all right, the microwave hasn't been working for years on top of the stove. And it's that combination unit stove, oven, still a wall of the machinery itself, and then up above it, microwave. Microwave not working. So I said, let's call them up, have them come out and do the microwave. But I found out that there's a $75 charge each time they come out that you have to pay. So on top of the monthly, on top of the every 2 years renewal, there's $75 that comes out that they have to get at the time they come to do the service. You can pay them on card, you can hand them cash, you can give them a check, but $75 is charged, period. Will that be used towards the purchase of if you need something repaired on that? Yes, they say they'll apply that. So they came over, and I had said also the ice maker's not working in the refrigerator. They came over, checked out the stove, took apart the microwave, found out that there's one essential unit in a microwave that causes it to be a microwave. By the way, microwaves are run on radio waves. They heat up via radio waves. There's nothing to do with anything nuclear at all. There's no piece of uranium in there. You can't die of uranium poisoning from your microwave. Just many people are confused. They say you're going to nuke it, and that makes a lot of people feel as though there's maybe a tiny piece of uranium in there that caused that to cook. No, it's radio waves. So, but it's still not good to have as soon as you cook something, those radio waves are still bouncing around inside that, whether it's a side of beef or whatever. You got to let those waves, microwaves, dissipate from the product, and then it's fine to ingest. Doesn't hurt you whatsoever. In fact, cooking in a microwave is healthier with more vitamin content on vegetables than any other way to do vegetables, including steaming, because it's using its own moisture within the vegetable, keeps all the vitamins. Just an FYI. Anyway, so we get to the point, they come over, they look at the stove, tear apart the microwave, and say, yes. And he was willing to just leave all these pieces and screws just laid out that he pulled out of the microwave everywhere. I said, no, 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 no. Are you planning on being back the next couple of days? Well, depends on how quickly you get the part. I said, no, let's put it all back together so that we can utilize the space still and it doesn't look like hell and pieces everywhere. Oh, okay. Begrudgingly, I helped him put it back together. What about the ice maker? What's wrong with the ice? I showed him what's wrong. There were pieces coming off of the actual tray that's inside the fridge that the water goes into and freezes. The tray itself was treated with like a Teflon paint, and that paint was starting to peel and come off in the ice itself. So Mom's looking at it and going, oh my God, there's chunks of black inside these ice cubes, which I thought was good. Anytime you can get some Teflon in you and food's going to run faster through you. No. But I made a joke of it. So anyways, the guy took the ice maker then apart. He took pictures of the model numbers. We wrote everything down. I helped him. He actually was stumped at one point, and I helped him take down the entire ice maker and look at it, get the parts numbers and all that. Again, I had to ask, let's put this back together. Oh, I'm sure we're going to get the parts. I know, but let's put it together just so it's back together before you do. Oh, I'll have to take it down again when I come back. I go, yeah, that's what we'll have to do. Took that apart, put it back together, and waited. It was at least 4 weeks before I'm getting antsy and going, this was supposed to be a quick fix. I called him up, said, well, you've got the warranty going. What's happening with this warranty? Are we actually going to fix this? Is it not? Is it fixable? Blah, blah. Yeah, we're looking at getting all the parts and everything. We're still looking at that. I waited another week. Now I know time to keep pestering, the squeaky wheel gets the oil, right? So now I'm calling. 5 weeks. We're waiting on parts. The 6th week, finally, the company transfers me 4 different times to somebody else. They said, as far as the microwave on the stove goes, we can't get the parts. Okay. So we're offering you a replacement fee. I'm like, well, it's supposed to be a replacement of like and kind, right? They offered $200 towards what ends up, if you look online, you look anywhere you want, go to an appliance store and see what a stove for $200 is. It's your basic stove with burners on top, white, just pale, for $200, really bad. And this thing was more of a custom. It was a tan, and coloration would look like hell, complete, to replace, and no microwave above it. So that whole space is just sitting there. So I said, well, what's the alternative? Well, there is none. Okay. They sent back a check finally for $200. Now remember, I've already handed them $75, so I'm really only getting $125. Plus you're paying a monthly fee, plus what you pay on a yearly basis to have these warranties. So I'm really in the hole when all in all is calculated. I'm in the hole about $75 for getting a stove and getting these parts supposedly back. So that was a nil. That was bad. What about the ice maker? We're still looking for the parts for it. We're still checking. 7 weeks go by. 8 weeks go by. Finally, I'm into the 4th month waiting for anything to happen when they said, we don't actually have the parts numbers for what you're talking about. We'll have to send somebody else. I went, no. He took pictures. We wrote it down. I gave them. I wrote it down also. I didn't have the pictures. Helped him take his. Didn't save them myself, unfortunately. Well, we got to send somebody else out. We don't have that recorded. Is it going to be $75 more? Well, yeah, but we'll apply it towards everything. I said, so I'm $150 into service calls that you say you can do replacement and the parts are coming. Okay. I allow it. They bring another guy. He basically just looks at it, takes some of the model numbers and stands there on his phone for 40 minutes and goes, yeah, there is no replacement parts for this. The last guy looked it up and saw nope, there's no replacement parts. What do you want to do? I said, well, you did the application for the stove. What are you going to do for the fridge? Well, we don't have a number on your fridge that we'd give you back because we already used that for the stove, and that's why we sent you a check. And that went on for, this is now over a year and a half ago, maybe even 2. Actually, it was probably more than that. It was before COVID even. So sat back and went, oh my God. So I went out and, being the good kid, I ordered every type of ice tray that there is out there these days. Any kind of ice tray. And I wanted it sealed. Not like the old days, just water sitting in your fridge and you bump it and it goes everywhere. So I looked for sealed ice trays. I bought a bevy of different kinds. A tub that the outer area, you pour water in the outer area of this bucket, and it's supposed to freeze up against the walls. Pull that out, and now you've got a bucket with ice. It just held on and wasn't worth a shite. Didn't work. The kind where you pour water in to an end and cork it off at the top, and then when it's frozen, it's supposed to pull apart easily like an accordion. Those ice molecules will all separate, and you can pour it into your glass. It froze in one chunk. You could never pour it out. I'm looking and thinking, I've had appliance guys that are just savants. They've been doing it for years, older guys that have seen this type of thing. Maybe they've got the old part. I'm trying to, this is like a month and a half ago. I went out online, looking. I put in the model of this Maytag refrigerator, and it goes to the actual Maytag site. I thought, well, repair people should be on there that are licensed, and I'll find somebody else. Oh, by the way, I've dumped, after the problem with the warranty service, I told them, no, we don't need you ever again. So now I'm looking. It actually goes to that part number, and there's the part. There's the ice maker. That's the one we need. It's about $200. I said, you know what? I can do this. I can figure it out. Order the part, take out the old, which isn't the easiest thing if you've ever gotten into the mechanics of an ice maker. It's rather complicated. Took it all out, put in this new one. It works great. What I'm getting at is these home warranty programs, much like even your now house warranty situations where they say they'll replace your roof, they'll do new walls, they'll do anything like that, they'll replace the heating unit. We've come into that and know for a fact they don't actually provide all those services. They just don't do it. You're better off getting the best appliances you can at the time when you're purchasing. See what kind of warranties the actual company will do, if they'll carry on an extra warranty that isn't too much. But the other is, you're going to have to start become a little mechanical, or find that person that is a bit more mechanically minded that can help you along the way. I guarantee you will save money in the long run. So this is the initial podcast broadcast of Jeff Decker Airs It Out / Jeff Decker's in Town. I hope you liked it. Like and share with friends as much as you can. I'm going to try and keep coming back with more and more ideas. Anything involved in real estate. After 32 years of full-time real estate work as an appraiser, mortgage broker now, I do commercial real estate, if you need help with any of these things, fix your credit, make these things work, I'd like to hear from you. I'd love to help you on any of your real estate needs. Whatever your questions are, please feel free to ask me. Send it, ask directly. I'm here to help. For myself and this great facility that I'm at here at Media Network, I'm in the podcast room. I'm Jeff Decker, and I can't wait to see and hear from you all next time. Thanks.